Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by green mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco's mind was always restless. Thoughts came and went like waves in a stormy sea. He worried about the future, regretted the past, and could never stay calm in the present. Because of his endless thoughts, Marco could not sleep well. He often felt tired, anxious, and lost. Even the simple joy of smiling had disappeared from his life. One day, Marco heard people talking about a wise old man who lived in a distant mountain village. Long ago, that man had been a famous psychologist in the city, helping countless people find peace in their minds. But after many years, he had left the noise of city life and moved to the hills to live close to nature. Now he spent his days quietly, giving advice to anyone who came seeking wisdom. Hearing this, Marco felt a spark of hope. Maybe this man can help me, he thought. So, he packed his things and began his long, tiring journey to the hills. After several days, he finally reached the old man's village. There, among trees and flowers, stood a small house covered in green vines. On the porch, the old man was sitting silently with his eyes closed. His face looked calm and peaceful, like still water. Marco stepped forward and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is never quiet. I can't stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled. "So, you seek peace," he said. "Come with me, I will give you a small task." He led Marco to a little garden beside his house. There, he filled a glass of water, right up to the edge, so full that even a tiny shake would make it spill. Handing the glass to Marco, the old man said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and come back. But remember, don't spill even a single drop." Marco looked surprised but nodded. He carefully took the glass and began to walk. The road was narrow and full of life, children laughing, dogs barking, people talking, and shopkeepers calling out to customers. But Marco did not look at any of them. His eyes stayed fixed on the glass. Step by step, he walked slowly and steadily, careful not to spill a drop. Finally, he returned to the old man and said proudly, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill even one drop." The old man smiled. "That's good," he said. "But tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco shook his head. "No, I didn't notice any of that. I was only focused on the water." The old man's eyes shone with kindness. "That," he said softly, "is the secret you were searching for. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no room for worry or regret. Just as you focused completely on the glass of water. Peace comes when you focus on now. Not the past. Not the future. Only this moment." Marco stood still, letting the words sink deep into his heart. He finally understood, peace is not found outside. It is found within. When the mind stays in the present, the storm inside becomes calm. He bowed deeply and said, "Grandfather, now I understand. To calm my mind, I must live in this moment. That is where true peace lies." The old man smiled again as the sun began to set. Golden light filled the valley, and birds flew back to their nests. Marco started walking home. But this time, he was not the same restless young man who had come searching. He walked with a quiet heart, because now, he knew the way to peace. If you liked the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such inspiring stories. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new learnings. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.